So a lot of you ask me, Brandon, you talk about these multiple streams of income, but every time I invest in crypto, the price is always going down. I'm losing money all the time. How can I get on top of my expenses and stuff? And how can I get more money to actually invest in these cryptos? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you a plan or sort of action that you can take to organize yourself so you can invest more money or have a targeted amount of money you can invest in crypto. So the first thing you actually want to do is you want to open some type of notepad, or as I'm using, Microsoft Excel. Now if you don't have Microsoft Excel, a notepad will suffice, but if you have Excel, I would recommend that you use it. Now the first action that we have to take is, what actual expenses do we have? What takes money out of our pocket every single month? This is going to be important because this is going to tell us what our most important things that we need to pay for during the month are, so you can, take money, pay for those, because you don't want to have to pay anyone back. You want to be able to, pay for your debts and stuff. And then whatever money is left over, you can make a second plan to what you're going to do with it. So the first thing is you want to write a column on the left side, and you want to write expenses. Now in this column, you're going to take all your expenses, and everybody's list is going to be different because the expenses of a 17-year-old is going to be different from the expenses of a 40-year-old. They're in two different times of their life. So the 17 to 18-year-old may be starting college, so their parents may be paying for everything. But a 40-year-old, they may have kids, they may have to pay for life insurance, they may have to pay for a lot of more things compared to the 17-year-old. Same thing as a 25-year-old. You're a bit older, but your expenses are going to be way different than somebody who's, in their 35-year-old, 40-year-old stage. So you want to write your expenses on here. On the left side, I gave some basic expenses that someone my age would have. So right now there's insurance, maybe student loans, maybe a cell phone bill. We have credit card. Recurring card is basically maybe things that you have hooked up onto your card. So maybe you use Apple Music or something, or you may use a subscription service that they send something to you every single month. So that is basically your rundown on how much on expenses you would spend during the month. Now once you have that, you want to look at the bills. You want to see approximately how much you pay for each month, because sometimes the bills do fluctuate. I know phone bills and stuff, depending on which carrier you have, they may not have a flat fee. Sometimes it fluctuates depending on how much you use it, how much minutes you use, so forth. So this, just try to get a medium average of how much you'll pay every single month. Write it in the square right next to it, and then add it all up. Now if you're using Excel, the way you can add it up is, once you have all the numbers lined up in the right column, you're gonna go to the box underneath all the numbers, you're gonna press insert function, and you're gonna choose the function, which is gonna be the sum function, and then you're just gonna press OK, and it's gonna add the functions up together, and then it'll give you your number, which is 1030. Now once you do that, once you have your number, that's the number that you have to make sure you have every single month. That's your bottom line. You need to have that number to make sure your expenses are paid, because you don't want to owe anybody. You want to be able to pay your expenses. Now once you do that, the next thing you want to write is where your income is coming in from. So maybe you have a job, maybe you have two jobs, maybe you have a side business that you do. What are the different income streams that you have? Now if you have only one, then this part should be relatively easy. But if you have a lot of income streams coming in, you want to write that down. You want to make a plan, because you want to know what exactly you want to do with that money. Now, I didn't say this at the beginning of the video, but I am not a financial advisor. This is just a way that I see for you guys to organize your expenses a bit better so you could get on top of them and you can actually know, where the money is going, where you can actually pull money from so you can actually invest in crypto. Because a lot of you guys seem to like say you don't have money, but you'll be surprised when you write down everything that you have to pay, then you can get money from different ways. Now, your last and final step is you're going to take the amount of money that you make every single month from all your income streams. You're going to subtract it minus your expenses, and then that is going to be the number that you have left over. Now, what exactly do you do with this number? Now, I would recommend that you always put about 50% of the money that you have in here. You put it away and save it because you want it for a rainy day, just in case your roof leaks or you need to pay for your son's piano lessons or your brakes mess up. You always have money to fall back on. You don't always want to put 100% of what you have into your investment vehicle. So you always want to save some type of money. But you do always want to have some money put aside to invest to improve your wealth. So I would recommend about 25 to 40%. Around that range. For new beginners, I'd say about 15 to 30%. But for people who have more income streams, I would say you can put a bigger chunk towards investing. Now that you know this, now you guys will be able to have a better plan to attack that cryptocurrency and be able to invest in the coins that you want. Now, this is the first part of a series that I'm starting, so be sure to watch the series. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if this helps you out. Go make your multiple streams of income. See you in my next video. Peace.